2022 has been a weird year for The Sims 4. We've had some hits, the announcement of The Sims 5, curved walls, and we've had some misses. But now that we're in the final chapter, I am listing things I do not adamantly want to see in The Sims 4 in 2023, or as I like to call it, the final stage of The Sims 4 lifespan. Hello, hens. Water bottle. This is actually over the recommended amount of water you should drink a day. I've already done things that I did want to see in 2023. I kept that one realistic. This one is just things I don't want to see. I've just got no interest for it. So without further ado, this is also my last video of 2022 and I'm even wearing a Christmassy jumper. And yes, I've made a notes list, in capital letters no less. The first thing that I absolutely do not want to see in The Sims 4 in 2023 is, oh my god, that just rolls so beautifully off the tongue, doesn't it? Just absolutely numbing on those vowels, as Peach PRC says, is I don't want any more high-end collabs. I feel like this is a pretty popular one. Obviously, if we got IKEA, I would 100% would love a collaboration with IKEA and stuff like that. But I don't want any more high-end collabs. I mean, Moschino, they've done a good job with Moschino. Unfortunately, although it's still broken, so did they really do a good job? No, but they've done better than I expected. And what did I expect? Shit. So they kind of, unfortunately, they delivered a little bit on Moschino, but that was because my expectations were so low. What I'm basically attacking in this video is the menswear stuff, because they took a premise that we desperately needed and said, well, how can I make this not an everyday thing? How can I make this something that Simmers don't use every day? I mean, to be fair, I like some of the jumpers, but generally, I think that pack could have performed a lot better if they didn't partner with a high-end fashion brand. Nothing against the actual fashion designer. I think in the fashion world, great. But in The Sims 4, when we were yearning for casual, low-key outfits for masculine stars because we didn't really have any and we were struggling, I don't think that high-end collaboration was the one to go for. The other thing that I am kind of attacking here is Disney. D's nuts. And speaking of D's nuts, Star Wars pack, not very good. But it could have been good, unfortunately. Again, I'm not into Star Wars, never watched Star Wars. I wear it like a badge of honor because I know that if I watched it, I'd get obsessed with it. I know what I'm like and I don't like things casually, and if I ended up liking Star Wars, would I then end up liking Journey by 2? And that's just not a risk I'm willing to take, babe. Honestly, for my and your mental health, as a favour to you guys, I'm not going to get into Star Wars. But Journey by 2 could have been good. It's just the fact that it was basically a replica of Disney. They just went about it completely wrong, in my opinion. But I feel like that's a common occurrence when it comes to these high-end packs. Take something that could potentially be good, even if a little bit niche, and just kind of, yeah. So I don't want any more high-end collabs apart from IKEA. Who else would I like them to collaborate with? I mean, honestly, the H&M fashion stuff fucking slapped, but I feel like it slapped at a time when H&M really delivered on casual emo kind of vibe. So I don't really know if H&M would be the front runner again for that kind of thing. What's a place everyone's shopping at? Primark? B&M collaborate. I would 100% allow that one, Your Honor. Next up is a pretty obvious one. I'm going to say this and you're gonna be like, well, yeah, duh, Jessica, get it to fucking together, babe. But I don't want any more. Well, obviously this is an impossible ask. Like, obviously there's always going to be bugs when a game releases, but I don't want any more bugs in The Sims 4. Full stop, Your Honor. I'm not just saying this like, so fucking do something here. The reason that I've put this on the list is because I really want to see more testers for games hired, because there used to be a lot more testers for games when you look in the credit list of them, and then the list has just got smaller and smaller and smaller, and then would you believe that the bugs have got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it almost feels like game changers, well, not just game changers but also players of the game are kind of discovering the bugs when the game comes out, and then we're like, hey, these are bugs, and then it's like, okay, we'll address this in the next pack, where I think this could be avoided if EA hired more playtesters. However, in the current economic crisis, I mean, they are a huge company, but I mean, it's a pretty big ask, but I feel like it could just do a lot better. And I also think that it would help The Sims' image online. Do you know what I mean? Because I also feel like it takes away from every good thing that we get in the game if then there's still so many bugs in the game. If we're getting babies soon, that's absolutely great, but does your game work to play with the babies? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just overshadows good things, and I think that it would just do really good. Honestly, Sims team, I think it would be EA. I think it would be so good. I think it would be really, really beneficial. Please. Next one is a little bit of a, I've said this a couple of times over the years, and then I see it come up in conversation every once in a while, and I think that, I mean, this is my opinion on it. You are allowed a different opinion on every single one of these, but this is just my opinion as someone who is autistic. I don't want autism in the game. I'm not going to speak for other disabilities, but for me personally with autism, I see it quite a lot lot where people want it in the game, and I do understand wanting it in the game, but I feel like I would rather have traits that allude to autism, and within that also have like an update on traits in general and a lot more traits to choose from and new traits, rather than just having a trait that is autistic, you know, that comes with a couple of quirks and a couple of things that they don't like. I feel like alluding to it with various amount of traits would be better, because as well, I said in my video, if you know one person with autism, you know one person with autism, because she's really big and she's really varied. I thought I'd put it in here because a lot of people have asked me what I think on like introducing that kind of thing to the game, and I feel like limiting it to just personality add-on would kind of just be stereotypical no matter what. I don't necessarily want autism in the game. That's not to say I don't want other disabilities in the game, because I think that it could do a great job with education and just like exposure to so many different ways of life, that I think it could be good in future games to implement that. I mean, even in The Sims 4, if they've got the resources for it. But autism, because it's such a varied condition, I think it would be too stereotypical. So maybe just like as a conversation as a whole, maybe just kind of things that allude to it. You can have autistic traits and not be autistic, do you know what I mean? That's the thing with it as well. You can have sensory issues and not be autistic. So I think for that reason, I think it would just be too stereotypical. Next, my enemies, preteens. This video is for preteens. I jest. No, preteens IRL, honestly, you scare me. You absolutely terrify me. But do I hold anything against you? No. Isabella is finally out for preteen years and has finally hit the age of 13, so she's out of that. But that was a really terrifying couple of years. Do I necessarily want that in The Sims? No. When My Chemical Romance said teenagers scare the living shit out of me, I never understood as a teenager, but now that I'm a grown adult, oh, honestly, nothing is as humbling as walking past a group of teenage lads and being called a fucking goth. Like, it is the most humbling experience. But yeah, not necessarily because I don't like preteens. GG you guys, you know what I mean? Hope you enjoy year 7 and stuff. But I don't necessarily want them in The Sims 4 because I just think that it's such a short period of time. Preteens for me are like middle school in America. What is the point of it? Because it's like 2 years, so why not just cut the 2 years out and just add a year onto either end, you know what I mean? Like for elementary school and high school. I don't get it. We don't have I think some places in England have middle school, but we don't. We just have primary school and secondary school / juniors and seniors, although I think a lot of England call it high school too. Anyway, I just think it would just be much better to kind of have behaviours added on at the end of childhood in The Sims 4, and then also behaviours added on at the beginning of being a teenager, because being a teenager is also a long time in The Sims 4. So I think that having typical behaviours that spawn at certain points of aging as a teenager would be really cool and would alleviate the need for preteens. I'm very sorry everybody, I just actually ended up stopping my own recording. I just don't necessarily think we need a new life state for preteens. I think we just need better gameplay, and I've always said that. My potential final point, right? This is not a blanket statement for every future expansion pack in The Sims 4, and I just want to say that this is not how I think every single expansion pack in The Sims 4 should be. But I would like to see an expansion pack in The Sims 4 without a world, and not because I have anything against worlds. Obviously, in the things that I did want a new world, but what I'm really interested to see is how gameplay would be, like what the Sims team could do with that extra time and budget that hasn't went into developing a brand new world. And I've got to add this on at the end, even though it's just a little bit of a silly one, but I do not, under any circumstances in this world, ever want to see another kids drawing table again. Please. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do if I saw another kids drawing table in The Sims 4 in 2023. I think that might be my limit, guys. I think that might be like my limit. I think if there is another one, I think I'm going to have to make a video where I put every single kids drawing table in The Sims 4 and burn them all and set them all alight, because I'm just so done with it. I really, really, really am. One thing about me, I'm going to be against a drawing you know what? Actually, no. I fucking slap with a drawing table, right? And you might be getting whiplash from this bit, but just hang on. I fuck with a drawing table. I think a drawing table are really good, and I like what your kids can do on them. They can do quite a fair bit on them. However, I hate that the only gameplay object that we get for kids in so many packs is a fucking drawing table in a different colour. Pisses me off, actually. Like, honestly, just justice for kids. Justice for kids. Child rights, I say. Child rights. And I've been saying it. Oh, wait, no, I've got another one. Sorry. That feels like the fucking spirit of Jesus Christ. I just ended through my anus or something, the way I reacted then. But I've said like twice, this is my final one, and they keep adding more. I don't want any more half-baked careers. I don't want any more. You know, like the careers that not really much goes into them, and there's like a couple of levels on them, and you can't get to the number 10 or whatever. I don't want to see any more of that. I want more fleshed out careers. They don't even necessarily have to be active careers. I just want to be able to reach level 10, babe. I really, 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 really do. Although more active careers could be a fun one. It's been a while, babe. It's been a while. You know what? Just no more half-baked things. Just let me reach level 10. Just let me reach level 10. Thank you. And no more boring careers either. You know what's burned me? The career from high school years, because it's just like do the same thing again and again and again. And you don't even reap any rewards from it, really. I want to see things that really make me interact with the world around me. I need requirements for a job to be like, I don't know, visit the park in Oasis Springs and talk to 3 people about this or something. But like actively making me go out the house. I need reasons to go out the house. If the thing is, I will just forget to go out of the house, especially when there's a loading screen. I want things to kind of happen around me, and then I have to react to them and put my sim where I have to put them. I don't want to be creative in 2023. I don't want to have to make decisions in 2023. Boom. So that is actually everything that I have. That was my final one. I'm not adding any more. Let me know what you think. If you agree with them, if you disagree with them. You are allowed to disagree with them as well. If you actually really want those things, that's fine, because gameplay is completely subjective and we all have different opinions on it. So if you disagree, don't feel bad that you disagree with me. Feel good, like I should. Honeysuckles all around my neighborhood. Bah, bah. I've seen the JoJo Siwa drama on TikTok. That is everything I have for you. I really hope 2023 is going to be a better year. Been a bad year for me mentally, but they're putting me forward for an ADHD diagnosis now as well. And next year I'm starting, hopefully, autism-led therapy, because apparently the way I talk to myself is very negative, and then apparently my brain likes to fucking berate itself. Relatable, but everybody else relates to it. Why are we like that? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Hopefully 2023 is a good year for me. I'm manifesting it. Anyway, I'm manifesting it. It hasn't got a choice. It's got to be my year. Oh, I can't say that because fucking Eddie Munson said that, and then what happened? Right. Toodaloo. See you in 2023. I hope you have a great time, whether you celebrate or not, whether you're around people or not. If you're not, honestly, get a takeaway, put Stranger Things on the TV, load up AO3, and fucking vibe, babe. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh my God. Sorry, last thing before I go, I was talking to me and Steph were playing Fortnite the other day, and Steph went to me, "Hi, how are you?" And I went, "How are you?" And she went, "Oh, fucking hell, the social cues kicked in way too early there, babe. I'm good." So that's everything I've got. Okay, now I'm actually going, see you in 2023, guys. Love you all.